Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time of the year, our annual roundup, where we head up to Rosemont for one of our trademark horror conventions. Here in the spring, Days of the Dead has been doing many more spring events. They've been doing it twice a year in Chicago, one in the spring, one in November. And here we are, March 6th to the 8th. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it is not very much notice at all. I feel bad for everyone that paid for flights and stuff like that to come in just for them to haphazardly cancel it like that. But, I've got Friday off work for it. We took the whole weekend off. We got all the money saved. I don't know, why don't we still just go somewhere? Somewhere not far, drive like maybe 90 minutes, 2 hours max away. I don't know, how about just over the border to Wisconsin? Like, I don't know, Kenosha? We've never been there before. What are we gonna do? Well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get there. Way over there. Considering we didn't know we were even going to be doing this until a week in advance. We've never been to Kenosha before. But, it's interesting when, less than 2 months after your grandma, Stell, suddenly and unexpectedly passes away, the hotel you find is named the Stella Hotel and Ballroom, so it feels less like a tragedy and more like a happy accident now, how this lined up. Always do my grand reveal of the room when I walk in. So, here we are. Bum-ba-da-dum. Alright, here we are after our incredibly rainy, stormy, dry, and it's still rainy, still gloomy here, but we've made it to the Stella Hotel in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is so crazy to me that Days of the Dead, which they've been pulling a lot of stuff like this lately, I can't really say I'm surprised, but Days of the Dead canceled the event with like a week's notice. And so we were like, well, I already took Friday off work. My dad, we had the whole weekend, we had all the money saved, so we're like, well, we got to do something. And Kenosha, Racine area was just a random stop that we found that was relatively close. We've never been here. So we're like, let's give it a shot. And then when I found that one of the primary hotels was the Stella Hotel, after Grandma Stell suddenly and unexpectedly passed away in January, it was the only option. Not to mention, it turns out it's going to be cheaper than what we would have paid staying in Rosemont for Days of the Dead. And Grandma Stell is even here with me. This is a bracelet that my uncle and all of us in the family got. It's got a little bit of her ashes inside, so Grandma Stell, here we are together at the Stella Hotel for what is to be an incredibly improvised weekend. So the hotel looks beautiful, the lobby area is great, there's a little coffee shop and a restaurant here, so we'll probably eat dinner there tonight. But now this entire weekend, from today through Sunday, we're just gonna be winging it. So Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for this surprise little father-son getaway weekend to Wisconsin. All right, and my dad is down the hall. I'm 304, he's 310. So he is right here. There's a big spider crawling right outside your door here. It's on, there you go. It's on the wall. And they're clearly trying to get you right from the start too. See what kind of view I got out the window here. Yeah, somewhat of the roof and the other adjoining parts of the hotel. So the streets out there, and then just one final room overview there. Bathroom's pretty big and nice too. I'll show you that. Walk in. All right. Very, very, very nice. Like the old phone and everything. Now the fog's coming back.
It's harder to see stuff.
We're surrounded by Lake Michigan right now, but the fog is so thick we're just kind of in a trance. But there's Florida, there's Virginia, Illinois. So
I know what they're made of.
My dear Martha, all is quiet here. We are on the march, and the boys are eager to see the elephant and, of course, gain some honor. Please, kiss the little ones for their father.
Yes, we'll rally round the flag, boys, we'll rally once again, shouting the battle cry of freedom. We will rally from the hills and we'll gather from the plain, shouting the battle cry of freedom. The Union forever, hurrah, boys, hurrah! Down with the traitor, up with the star. While we rally round the flag, boys, rally once again, shouting the battle cry of freedom. We are springing to the call of our brothers gone before, shouting the battle cry of freedom. And we'll fill the vacant ranks with 1,000,000 freemen more, shouting the battle cry of freedom. The Union forever, hurrah, boys, hurrah! Down with the traitor, up with the star. While we rally round the flag, boys, rally once again, shouting the battle cry of freedom. We are marching to the field, boys, we're going to the fight, shouting the battle cry of freedom. And we bear the glorious stars for the Union and the right, shouting the battle cry of freedom. The Union forever.
This one.
Why, hello there. I'm Reverend Asa Bailey from the First Presbyterian Church. I'm on my way to Indianapolis to see my sister. I hope to be appointed chaplain of one of the Indiana regiments. The officers of the regiment...
This war excitement is all bunk, you know. I saw it at the station. Everyone helloing, talking brave, prancing about in bad box uniforms.
yeah, there's not a lot of room. Let's see if the kid talks.
Master Darling! Stop throwing faces at the passengers. Hate me now.
Train is sure full up. I'm headed for Virginia to take up Army bark. So thought I'd never go.
Pleasant. I do enjoy it. I'm Reverend Asa Bailey from the First Presbyterian Church, by the way. I was chaplain to the 11th Indiana, but I've been in Washington the past month.
The weather has been so oppressive lately. It seems the rain has followed me all the way from Virginia.
Well, that makes
I am
sense.
Mrs. Robert Darling. I'm taking my husband home to his family in Illinois. He was a lieutenant. He passed just a week ago of the bloody flux after a long illness. It is all so sad. He was a tall, strong man.
Don't worry, Henry. 2 more days and we'll be at Mother's house. She'll be waiting on the dock.
Oh, Jerome, what if Aunt Mary's letter never reached her?
Well, we'll just wait.
Lots of G.I. Joe. We used to read this series all the time when I was in like elementary school. Magic Treehouse. I think the fog got even thicker while we were in there.
So.
You can't even see the the building right next to it.
Is this it?
Yeah. Kenosha Public Museum. I've got some Cherokee on my side from my mom's dad's side, my Grandpa Dave's side. So this stuff is interesting. Now ideally we'd be looking out at Lake Michigan.
Not today.
We'll have to walk down there.
Oh, something go.
A massive torpedo. Yeah, it says it's departed shipmates remember Navy Memorial Park. Memory of Captain John J. Frost, USNR retired, World War II, Korea destroyer duty.
Well, warmer.
Well, the garage looked like it wasn't happening much. Anna's on the lake, stopped serving lunch right at 2, of which it's 2 o'clock on the dot right now, so we'll find something there. The Century Pub and Eatery.
What's going on with Black Little Cross?
It looks like something.
Deadheads?
Bright from the start.
These looks like the bar.
Olive Tree Restaurant, if you want to give it a try.
Yeah.
And the Olive Tree closes in 20 minutes at 3, so. Kaiser's Pizza and Pub. Let's see if this is finally the place. Success. The best of the electric company. Yeah, it's like some more on the other side too. Just hard casing. Some movie about paintball. Well, that was 7th Avenue Vintage and Vinyl. It's funny, every store we've walked into, they're like, oh, are you guys doing the shop and hop too? So apparently we're here in the middle of this shop and hop event with all the vintage stores. So that was really cool though. I mean, I couldn't resist myself.
They come down with you, ride the bike.
Yeah. Got some dumbbells and a giant Scrabble, tic-tac-toe. All right, we just got back in the room. A very random day, but like I said, this entire weekend as it is was pretty much not supposed to happen. So everything we're doing now is just off the cuff, improvise, whatever we can find around Kenosha. And so we started off, as you saw, at the Civil War Museum, the Kenosha Natural Science Museum, whatever it was called, Kenosha Public Museum. Very cool, very interesting. Then we went, we had 4 failed attempts trying to find a place to eat lunch. So we wound up at a place called Kaiser's, which is, being from the Illinois area, is very much like a Durbin's type place if you're familiar with that. And very nice surprise walking into that vintage store, of which there's a lot of, and apparently they're doing an event now with all the vintage shops called a shop hop, where you're supposed to go get a card hole punched through each store you visit. So we've just kind of wandered into that, but you know, it wouldn't be, you know, I've got my mom some stuff. I got her an ornament, and I got her a kitchen towel of Wisconsin. So I working on my mom's birthday gift. But then when we were in the 7th Avenue place, well, first of all, 2 DVDs that just looked weird. One of which, I don't know, is some weird stand-up special, Keeping It Real with Anita Renfro. I don't know. And then this, I never heard of this a day before in my life, but I saw this, I'm like, it's an early 2000s paintball movie? So, Splat. An early 2000s paintball movie. And then, you know what, it was a cool shirt, it was only $11, so how could I not indulge and grab this? Very cool shirt, so hey, we may be missing Days of the Dead for cancellation, but we're picking up. We're getting Nightmare on Elm Street. We're getting Splat. What else does one need? It's a nice happen place. Okay, and I did make it back up to my room after going down apparently what was the employee-only stairwell. Go figure. But on the way I did stop at the lobby to get these 2 koozies, one for my mom, one for my Uncle Greg for the Stella Hotel, just because it's all just too coincidental. It's all too fun. But yeah, that, you know, for a trip that was not planned, for a trip that was not supposed to be happening, we crammed some cool stuff into today with the 2 museums, some of the various little gift shops, the retro store, dinner at Kaiser's, pretty nice place, getting ice cream over there at Scoops, which is right across the street from the hotel. Since I joined the gym back in like November, I don't like going too long without, you know, indulging, because if you lose your pattern for too long, you get off your routine for long enough, it's hard to get back on it, so I'm trying to stay back on. A, that's why I always use the stairs. B, you know, when you're in a hotel like this, it's one of your free perks for staying here. This one, you know, pretty small gym, but we can go take a look at it.
I'll tell you one thing that really drives me nuts is people who think that Jethro Tull is just a person in the band.
Who's Jethro Tull?
My favorite dish is haggis.
Good morning. All right, it's another day of winging it. It is Saturday, March 7th, and got some little tours and stuff lined up for the afternoon. I grabbed one of these cards in the lobby yesterday for the Kenosha Winter Harbor Market from 9 to 1 on Saturdays, including today. I got some small stuff for my mom's birthday, but I figured, you know, if I want one primary, like, true gift, I don't know if they've got crafts and stuff like that there, but if so, then maybe this would be a good place to find something. And then after that, I mean, after all the rain and fog and everything yesterday, 60 degrees, this feels nice. In fact, the parking's free too, it's rare. You know, if we were in Illinois, they'd be charging the high hell for that. God, just cut. Well, if we need a good birthday gift for Mom, you'd think a woman's club would be a nice place to have it. Close all the way. Thank you very much.
It is. You want to bake for that? No. You sure? Yeah.
This is a face I haven't seen in a while. Hello, Erica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I haven't been working for Frankfurt for the last 2 years now, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, so I'm not with that market anymore. Yeah, she was one of my vendors in Frankfurt the last few years. I'm like, what the hell are you doing here?
We have actually created this real fruit tea, delicious product. It is a very unique blend made out of real fruit, herbs and spices, all made by me.
Hello to you too. We found this Visit Pleasant Prairie Welcome Center. And, doesn't look like too many people are here, but we'll check it out and see. It's all about killing time. Hello.
Okay, so yes, it does look like there's yellow raisins in it.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see which. Try one of the cookies. I'm feeling lucky. I'll take the lucky one.
Who do you want?
Which one do you want?
Same thing.
The same one?
You can pick
I fished fry last night. They said it was great.
Oh, yeah, it should be.
Yeah, we're from Illinois, but you got to go to Wisconsin for the authentic ones.
Well, I'm originally from Illinois.
Oh, there you go.
And then I moved up to Door County. I spent lots of years there, and now I'm back to Kenosha. So
Where in Illinois are you originally from?
I was in Bloomingdale.
Bloomingdale.
Yeah, south suburb. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where we live.
yeah. So he's from New Lenox, right by Joliet,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm from Tinley Park.
Oh,
so.
wow, those are ways. Yeah.
We had other weekend plans that got abruptly shuttered, and we were like, well, we have time off. What's somewhere we've never been that's close?
Yeah. Right. There you go. Well, good. I'm glad you guys came. Yeah. There's a lot to do here every week.
Yes.
There's things to go. You know.
Yep.
Get one of those for Donna, one of the cheese hats. This is the actual cheese stuff.
Momo's Diner.
Yeah, Momo's Diner, Marbleheads, collectibles and toys.
We got some Simpsons stuff in the window.
Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? Good. Well, pretty productive. So we started at that market, Winterland Market, Kenosha, which, yeah, not really a whole lot going on there. But it was hilarious because leave it to me to run into somebody I know. So back the 5 years I supervised the Frankfurt Farmers Market, well, I saw one of my vendors, Erica, there with her company, Real Fruit Tea. Leave it to me. Really relaxing, really tranquil. Walking around Lake Michigan, seeing just the lake, the horizon, and the water crashing against the rocks. Really nice vibe. And from there we went to the Visit Pleasant Prairie Welcome event, which was just a few people, a little charcuterie board, some sugar cookies, which were delicious, by the way. And she gave us some pointers before we went to the Cheese Castle, and that little toy collectible shop, Marbleheads. So now we are taking it easy for the next hour or so back in the hotel. Before we go, we're doing a tour up in Racine, Wisconsin at the S.C. Johnson,
a family company,
factory or architect. It's some sort of an architectural tour where they made it clear on the website you can take photos of the outside, you cannot take photos of the inside. So we'll see how that goes for the sake of the video, but that's what we have coming up this afternoon. Is we are going to tour the S.C. Johnson facility, whatever that entails.
My reputation is too high. Let somebody drag me.
You always see it advertised, but I really don't know specifically what S.C. Johnson even does. But supposedly this is like an architecture tour and it's a crazy design building or whatever, so I don't even know what S.C. Johnson,
a family company,
really does. I know I've seen all the ads for it. Let's see if we have better luck today at the waterfront warehouse. Success. Well, back in here again for night 2. This time with some blue moon. So I think you can only find in like Wisconsin and Michigan. So here we go. Yeah. Well, hold my beer so I can throw an axe. See, again, I managed to wedge it in between the thing.
You gotta pull the top out. Yeah, wiggle it like that. Okay, it'll come out.
Okay, there we go. Okay, and here we are back in the room after a pretty fun-filled night. So that was axe throwing at Hold My Beer, which was a very fun outing. The people, the women at the booth neighboring us throwing axes was great. It was my first ever time doing that. Took me like 3 throws to really get it down. Then once we got it, and it was a lot of fun. So things are winding down here. It's later, so, but all in all, for a weekend that was never supposed to happen. We were supposed to be at Days of the Dead, and then they pulled the plug, And just the absurdity of just, well, our horror convention in Rosemont canceled. Let's go to Kenosha, Wisconsin. We've never been there. Just the setup is just mad. And so for my mom's birthday, which is Monday, tried to get a good gift. So I got her the kitchen towel for Wisconsin, got her an ornament for the Great Lakes, because that's her latest thing is Christmas ornament collecting. But also today found this when we were at the Cheese Castle. I thought this would be fun because she always says that Wisconsin is her favorite state. So I'm like, well, you could have a Wisconsin cutting board. We were in that collectibles shop. I got this little Homer with a skunk. So that's pretty cool. And then the SC Johnson Company tour was really cool. Now, they did not allow photography in any of the buildings. You could take photography outside the buildings, but not inside. But, it was a very futuristic experience, but futuristic by way of the 1970s. So like when we walked around this area right there with everything was red and the high beams and everything, it just looked like the 1970s idea of the future. So that was cool. And connected through there when we were walking out was this, going into the brick tunnel, and then we walked up the tower and all these old, looked like a bunch of chemical meth labs, all the beakers and test tubes everywhere. And then this is an inside joke because my coworker Meg, who does all the crocheting and stuff, once crocheted me a scrubbing bubbles thing as an inside joke. Well, they were selling scrubbing bubbles plushies, so I had to get Meg one of these as an inside joke. So give that to her at work. I got one for myself as well, just because this is a really fun souvenir. So you gotta love the irony, had Days of the Dead never canceled, I never would have gone axe throwing, never would have gotten Homer, never would have gone to SC Johnson, never would have got the Scrubby Bubbles, and I never would have discovered the quality cinema that is Spot. To this moment, I have not looked anything up about this. I know nothing about it, and I don't need to, because I have the utmost confidence this is going to be the greatest thing I've ever seen. Everyone watching this video right now should go out and buy this sight unseen, and yeah, it's Spot. You can't go wrong. So, given that this was a weekend that was thrown together with no preparation, no planning, we had to improvise it all as we went, I think we did pretty good, my dad and I. And we got a nice father-son weekend out of it. But most of all, she's right in here. I just can't get over that. Like less than 2 months after she abruptly and unexpectedly passes away, we unexpectedly have to pivot to going somewhere else. And we just happen on Kenosha. I don't know who thinks of Kenosha as a first destination. And when I look it up, the hotel that comes up is the Stella. So if for nothing else, this whole thing has been a weekend, in my opinion, from her. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've definitely enjoyed this weekend, and head back home tomorrow. And we go back to the grind and back to an interesting period of the grind, as I got a promotion at work and it's supposed to start in a few weeks. So big things are coming, big tides are turning, and this was a nice getaway celebratory weekend to rein it all in. So ring it all in, whatever. So well, that does it for Saturday night. Just gonna relax now, and yeah. All the reruns that I've been catching in the hotel room, whether it be Armageddon with Bruce Willis, which I haven't watched in like 15 years. I caught the beginning of Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson. That was I need to continue that. But out of all of them, this just reminds me, I need to watch The Golden Girls more. The show's legitimately funny. But anyway, everything's winding down for the weekend. So here we go.
Bye, Stella.
Bye, Stella.
Turn here.
Yeah. Well, we're in it, getting to see everything sunny for a change here at the end. All right. Yeah, it's going to be straight up a little bit, and that's the red building, Frank's Diner to the left. Yeah, they said it was famous for being on Dinners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, or Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Guy Fieri.
Right.
Oh, Frank's Diner.
I don't know if it's how. Is the way we go in?
Slide.
Oh.
Hey guys, how many you got?
2.
Got counter or a booth, whichever one you guys want.
Booth? Yeah, you want me to go sit in the booth?
Perfect.
Give it away.
There we go. It's a cool little place down there. I love that the 2 guys working the counter are wearing Hooters shirts. You joked about that earlier, that there's a Hooters around, and 2 guys there wearing them. There you go, Frank's Diner. So, whatever you want, pancakes, French toast, little sandwiches. Looks like they got a lot of awards and accolades. Yeah, you can tell this is some kind of old train car or something with the skylights and the windows. We'll have to find that episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives that this was on. Trying to see what all those little bobbleheads are up there. I see Burger King, I see a Stormtrooper.
And then she like ran out of the house and ran away from the house.
I think it's that. I think it's that iPad right there. Right there. He said iPad. Yeah, I think it's that. Well, they do have shirts. Well, I think the most memorable part about this whole thing is just that it feels that this whole weekend is just from Grandma Stell. It's almost like she just abruptly just led us here as just kind of a getaway assign, and just let that serve as living proof that she's always here, influencing yet still what happens. So yeah, Grandma Stell, as this weekend shows, is always here with us, so it's interesting.
We're not together, we're closer apart. Time is a healer, and there's still a scar on the heart. And there ain't no cure. But I don't let it show. My heart reaches out once again when we talk on the phone. Can you hear me now? Part of my life, you're part of my dreams. Whatever you want, I will guarantee.
friends around, telling jokes, pouring wine. Don't call me babe. Some things in life you'll never live twice.